Amber, thank you. As school districts around the state prepare for the possibility of in-person classes, they're having to make some tough decisions along the way. Right now, the state's guidelines only allow students to return to in-person learning if a county has fewer than 30 COVID-19 cases per 100,000 residents. Test positivity rates also have to be below 5%, although the state suspended this metric during the recent wildfires. Now, state officials say they will be reevaluating it over the next couple of weeks, which could lead to more schools reopening. Fox 12's Simon Gutierrez sat down with the local superintendent to talk about the challenges his district is facing as they consider reopening in just a few weeks.
The Hood River School District is in a position where the state metrics allow them to bring students back to class. But even so, they'll be waiting until at least early November to open back up.
The last communication with parents, it seems like the district was kind of planning on November 5th as a potential return. Are you still there?
Yep, we're still at that spot. November 5th coincides with the end of our first trimester for students in grades K-5. We probably would really look at coming back to school that following Monday.
And are we talking all students or K through 3, or what are you guys considering?
It really depends. I think we would look at our K-5 as a priority to return to school and then think about how we would phase in the upper grades afterwards.
There have been concerns about some of the space requirements. Some principals mentioned that would limit them to having maybe 10 students in class at a time. What's the scenario for you guys?
We're no different. We're talking about that today. There's space constraints in the different buildings. All of our classrooms analyzed and measured this summer. It was looking like 16, 17 students per class could potentially fit. But then when you go out and actually walk in those spaces and take a look at how you would fit 17 students in a classroom 6 feet apart from each other, it's really hard to envision that. As we approach potentially returning students to school, that's a consideration, is can we even bring all students back together, or should we be going to a hybrid?
What do you think ideally this is going to look like for a typical family when you guys do allow some students back?
Well, I think, I can just speak about my own family. I know we've had a lot of time together. I know my kids are really anxious to get back into school. I've got 4 children, 3 are school aged, and they're ready. They really want to go back. We all want that. We all want to bring kids back on campus, but we can't do that until we can be reasonably assured of their safety.
The district put together a broad operational blueprint for re-entry over the summer. Those plans were shelved when the state announced its metrics for reopening schools. The district is now in the process of going over those blueprints again with fresh eyes. I'm Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.